Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. False word. Important thing is, I'm giving you peace.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Monday, May 9th, 2022. 13 years ago today, I walked into the hospital, although I was on a stretcher, but I walked onto the stretcher that then brought me to the hospital that I never walked out. I've been back to that hospital a few times in the wheelchair, but not walking in nor out. 13 years today. Feels like a lifetime. The first 30 felt like a lifetime. And the second 13 feel like a much longer lifetime. Man, what a decade and a third will do to you. I never would have guessed. To take from the writing of Strange New Worlds. Not that you never thought. I never thought I would live forever. I never had that illusion. But I never thought this would be my fate. And you know, I still don't believe that this is my ultimate fate. And I do believe I will one day walk again and bring terror to my enemies. But probably I'll have a cane or something. I'm not going to say I'm going to walk like I would if I was 20 years old again, because I'll be honest, even at 20, yes, I could walk. I would go on hikes. I would go on walks. I would go on bike rides. Yeah, I could do all the things. I would even, on occasion, I would even run. I would 360 plus pounds of me. When there was a bee near me, yes, as Mo Prey says, I would be the fastest person out of the room. If there was a bee in the house, in the room, if there was a bee in the street, if I was in a car and there was a bee in the car, I would be the fastest person out onto the street that you could ever imagine, even at 360 plus pounds. It was like, what was that? I don't know. It was like, was that a bullet? Was that a speeding man? Was that a hippopotamus at light speed? Nope. It was bird of prey running from a bee. It was a sight to see. Many a friends had told me they did not think it possible somebody my size could move that quickly. And then more hysterically, that I was running from an insect, 1/1000th my size. Ridiculous, yet true. Absolutely true. I don't know. I don't know how or why, but that was it. That was it. Oh, did you guys notice something different? Yeah, I took the electric razor to the whole beard. Now it's as soft as an android's bottom, to quote Will Riker. No, maybe not, but it's different. It's different. It's 13 years since I walked. It's probably 23 years since this has been cut, since this has been clear like this. It was somewhere around 1999. I have a photo of me from 1999 where I hadn't yet started to grow the beard, but I have a photo from year 2000 where I had already had the beard. So somewhere between October of 1999 and Y2K, somewhere between October 99 and Y2K, I grew the beard. I don't remember exactly when. I didn't think it was going to be a major change in my life. But once I grew the beard and the mustache and went all mirror universe, it stayed. Some form or another of the beard was on my face consistently until today, since 1999. Excuse me. Mamo Pray reminds me. No, I was in the hospital.
And you grew.
Okay, but it was still a beard.
Oh,
yeah. But
it was down to your chest.
Oh, okay. So
Shaved you
the beard was down to my chest in the hospital.
after a year.
I had a mountain man beard. I could have had a better beard than Gary.
Oh,
God damn. And you let them shave me.
they did it when
Kissing Dax. Oh, Dado Pray. She's blaming Dado Pray.
whatever people.
So a nurse who was a football player and Dado Pray shaved me.
She was big.
She was a big, strong nurse.
Yes, you needed that.
I needed that. And Yosef 205 with a 249 donation of Kissing Dax says, your loss is our win. Without you being sick, none of us would know you, but I would gladly trade our friendship for your ability to walk. Oh my God. Wow, Yosef. Wow. Oh, the soot in the air, Mamo Frey. Why is there so much soot in the air?
That really is.
Gladly trade your.
But I will say one thing.
Yeah, Mamo Frey's got something for you, Yosef.
You got the camera.
I'll put the camera. Oh, yeah, that's okay.
This morning, Joseph, you were one box away from being a swine.
Huh.
Kill those.
1 box away from being a swine, Joseph. Also, Mamo Pray. So Wordle, guys, for those of you who don't know, there was this mix-up in Wordle. Mamo Pray got the new version. I had the old version of the word, and I didn't understand. I had made it to I was 5 rounds in. I only had 1 round left. So I was like, okay, Mama Pray, fine. Give me a hint. And the hint had absolutely nothing to do with the word. I was like, wait, what about the T? She's like, there's no T in the word. I was like, there absolutely is. I'm looking at it. And so at 7 in this morning, Mamo Pray had already finished Wordle, but I was just starting, or I was near the end, but I had started on my own, and we had 2 different words. How is that possible? How was that even possible? Well, it was possible because the damn New York Times doesn't understand how computers work, and they effed it up. They effed it up for all of us. Anyway, let's start with the chat. LDG with a rare first in the chat wave. Welcome, LDG. Orville Nation PJ with a $2 super chat. PJ, I felt so bad for you yesterday. Your 2-hour review of Strange New Worlds, trying to be all positive, and then you're on Doomcock, and he is like, let's tear this motherfucker down. Okay, he doesn't use those words. He doesn't use those words. But that was basically what he was calling for. And I was like, oh my God, poor PJ. But you did it. You kept up. You were honest, and you good for you. And another kissing Dax from Amber's Grumpy, $5 donation. I will say the opposite of Yosef. We don't want to lose you on YouTube, so I will take a sledgehammer to your ankles if you ever get to where you might walk. Oh, God damn it. Thank you, Amber's Grumpy. I guess. Mike Richards says, Bird, there will be less soot if you got rid of that coal-powered computer. I need the soot for occasions like this. It's not that the eyes are red because of the soot. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. John DeMarco says, greetings, all greetings, John. Just saw your video on the Nebula, the galaxy's little sister ship. Very good. Richie Poole says, Vorvok, because he's 4th in the chat. Greg Stasser, Qapla, Greg. I said I'd be starting soon. Keely Chow says, hey, everybody, and hail to everybody in the chat. Pop Culture Creator, Qapla, Pop Culture Creator, says, hello, guys. Jedi Bill says, Qapla, Brother Warrior, Bird of Prey, and hail Karoga. Absolutely. Hail Karoga. Smooth day in Karoga. Gilly Chow says Qapla, and people talk to each other, then it jumps as it often does. And I gotta go back to the top. So Mamo Pray, we got another donation from Amber's Grumpy that says, I will say the opposite of Yosef. We don't want to lose you on YouTube, so I will take a sledgehammer to your ankles if you ever get to the point where you might walk.
Who is that from?
I don't know. Amber's Grumpy?
That's LDG.
It's LDG? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It's just everything I don't know. I say it's LDG.
Mama Play just blames everything on LDG.
Yeah.
If she doesn't know who
I've been monitoring your
on.
communications with Starfleet Command, Captain.
Orville Nation with a $2 super chat says we got to pick a restaurant someday. Do NYC streams.
Yes,
have
you're
to
getting
be
close to that.
we have to be very close to the Casa de Birdo Prey.
OSP.
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 Oh, one
One
station.
Station Plaza,
Plaza.
right next to the Bayside train station of the LIRO.
That's a possibility. One Station Plaza. It's right off of Bell Boulevard
And 41st Ave.
and 41st Ave. The Random Menace says, Bird of Prey, tell Mom I had swine before I had the real one.
I know.
She knows.
That's why I said it.
She could tell. She doesn't know, but she analyzes your tile colors, and she figured out what words you had before. I don't know, but that's what she literally tells me.
Well, yeah, the one before.
The one before, she realized it was swine.
Yeah, I had an idea of what the word was that I wanted to put in. So I looked at his color tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew like the two letters he had were common in the word that I was thinking of. And the third one, and it all made sense. And then the one right before the end, the only one that was wrong was the second letter.
Rock Solid donated $10 and says, since I couldn't wish this to mine, I hope Mama Pray had an amazing Mother's Day yesterday. And thank you for everything you do.
Oh, no, thank you guys, really. And thank you for that. And I did have an amazing Mother's Day. It couldn't be any better. I had my family with me. My son, my daughter, and my grandson. And of course, Sassy, who I'll tell the story when Bird...
we'll get through some of the chat.
Yeah, get through, and I'll tell you about the Mother's Day weekend. But I was thrilled, really.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Everybody who's been sending Mama Pray Mother's Day wishes, I've been passing them along, and she is truly touched. So am I. I mean, that you guys all love and respect Mama Pray. She really was she was everybody's mom. Growing up, all the kids, even friends, and she was the mom for everybody. I mean, I would go over other kids' houses, but their moms were not everybody's moms. Mama Pray was everybody's mom.
Yeah. But I was lucky for those few years that we were able to do what we did. I mean, everybody was always welcome in the house. Their friends, their friends' brothers and sisters. I was like, I was like everybody's mom.
Rock Solid says, Bird Pray, it could have been better for Mama Pray if Deej was there to be with the mother and grandmother of Mop's grandchild.
How is Deej? Is he
we saw Deej yesterday. He was doing, in fact, he was doing some farming. He put up a farming video. So Deej was doing good. Last I saw him.
All right, you do your chat. I'll be back. You let me know when. I have a few things on my mind to say, and I'm going to pray to the good Lord that I don't forget them in the next 10 minutes. That happens lately.
Yeah, indeed. To me too. Deej is saying it's not his child. Okay. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Birdo Pray 5 and chat. Greetings, Mike Richards. We'll talk. We'll talk soon, Mike. We are talking. We'll talk more. Project Storytime is in the house. Qapla. Project Storytime. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47 Yorktown. Chrono says, wow, I'm late. I'm not late to the party. No, Chronos, you were just on time. Words and pictures says Qapla Bird of Prey. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to see you, Words and Pictures. I'm glad you are here. Bradley Briggs says, yup, zup, y'all. Zup, y'all. I don't know why that's so hard for me, Bradley. You say it every week, multiple times a week. Every single time I mess it up. Zup, y'all. It's hard. It's a hard thing to say. What do we got? Nicole Malo is in the house. Full power. Full power, damn you. Is that it? Orville Nation with another $2 super chat. Orville Nation says Deej is building a life-size Orville on the farm. Mamo pray. Deej building a life-size Orville on farm. Mamo pray. You want a life-size Orville? The ship from the Orville.
Would you be able to get into it?
If it make sure it's got a ramp, Deej, so that I can wheel into it. I need a ramp. No steps. I mean, there is a staircase in the ship, but it's also got elevators. You have major chat to catch up to, Kronos. Well, Kronos, that's why I only have to read the ones that are in orange. And LDG with a $2 super chat says hashtag blame LDG. We do, LDG. Don't worry. Project Storytime says, hail Bop. Hail to you, Project Storytime. Dr. Alex says, Qapla Bird of Prey. I hope you are doing well. Thank you, Dr. Alex. Feeling pretty decent today. It's a fake. Thank you, LDG. Again. Sorry, the Romulans think you're a fake. Greg Stasser again. Hi. Hello, Greg. Good. Glad you are here. Qapla. Kronos says, is that Mamo Pray? Of course it was. 47 Yorktown says, ban the bees. Hashtag ban the bees. I want to. The bees, we don't need bees. It's this great lie from Big Honey that life depends on bees. Trust me, there were no bees in the United States before the Europeans arrived. Okay, bees are not a native species to this continent. It's called the European honeybee and the Africanized honeybee that later became the killer bees. But those two species of bees, neither one ever existed on this continent. And yet there was still plenty of plants. So don't tell me that we need the bees. It's bullshit. It is total and utter bullshit. Lies that have been passed down as fact. Children who don't know any better, like, oh, we need the bees or else we're not going to have the food to eat. No, you stupid kid. The bees don't make the food. The farmers make the food. Okay, there's any insect, any dumb insect can fertilize the plants. And hell, birds. You can have hummingbirds. We could just have hummingbirds do the same thing bees do without them, having to sting and kill people. You do not want to die from a bee sting, whether it's one sting or 1,000 stings. That is not a way you want to go. Damn it, Kronos! Don't buzz at me like that. I'll end the stream. I'm kidding. I might. If there were bees coming in the house right now, damn well I would end the stream. That's true. I would just leave it running and just get the hell out of here. Deed says, Birdo Prey 5 ran from a tiny bee. I did. And I'm not going to lie. Kronos says, bees are our friends. Orville Nation says, hey, Bird, Hey, Orville. Life with Matthew's in the house. Qapla, Life with Matthew. Says Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Life with Matthew. Life with Matthew was the same way until he became a dad. You know, I was the same. The only time I'd show any strength against bees or any insect or anything for that matter was when I was with a woman. Like a whole other computer mode turned on. I was like, oh, it's your job to be the man. So like, if I was driving and like this spider dropped down, I probably would be dead because I would have like, oh my God, I would have lost control of the car. We would have flipped several times and it would have been a massacre. I probably would have taken out a school bus and like, it would have been the biggest crash on the East Coast in 70 years because guy gets scared of giant spider. However, the same spider in the same vehicle comes down, and I just happened to have a date in the car with me, and rather than jump out of the car and watch it, go off a bridge to its fiery doom, and I would say, shit, well, I can always get another car. But this one held a woman who was willing to date me, which was much, much, much harder to come by. So instead of me jumping out, it was I catch the spider in my other hand. I was like, what the fuck? Where did I even come? Where did that hand come from? And I'm holding the spider in my hand. And I look at the woman and I'm like, do you mind if I kill this spider? And she's like, no, you can kill it. And I just squeeze it with my hand. And I was never in my life so thrilled to know I killed something in my hand. And then I put it out the other side of the window, brought it in front of me, pushed it off and closed the window, and life went on and everything, It wasn't until the next date that she finally left. But yeah, I was like, I was shocked. I was shocked at myself. Like, where the hell did this come from? I was like, I wouldn't have bet this would be the outcome if I saw that spider on any other night. It's like, wow. Yeah, the conjoles, what the Spanish people say. Conjoles. Whatever. I had those for a night. Chrono says, buzz, Deej as bird ran from tiny bee. Yeah. Life with Matthew, he was that way till he became a dad. Kronos says, no facial hair. No, not today, Kronos. Smooth and, well, not that smooth. Not that smooth. I was not expecting to cut off. I had the razor today and I was like, maybe it's time. It's easy enough to grow back. God knows that. Words and Pictures says, sorry for the loss of your movement, Bird. 13 years into your new life is a great achievement. I think you're doing great. Thank you, Words and Pictures. I gotta keep pushing, Words and Pictures. I gotta keep pushing to get back to the point that I could at least be independent if I needed to be, because Mamo Prey is getting older. So am I, but I've got to show Mamo Prey at some point that I could still, that I will survive after. Will Wheaton donated $1.49. Shut up, Wesley. And says, please support the idea of a series about me being a traveler. I also want to thank you, Berto Prey, for all your kind words and support for the unreasonable hate I got from the right-wing people. Hail Karoga, and as always, love you, Bird. I don't know anything about this last thing. Will Wheaton, I'm no fan of yours. That said, you are welcome in Karoga. The miners are hungry. Orville Nations, $2 super chat again. Shameless plug for my young Padawan. Sub to Maria. Yes, Maria with T and Telly. Guys, please sub to Maria's channel. Let's get the copy link address. There is the link to Maria's channel. Maria with T and Telly. I've been on Maria's channel. Maria's been on mine, I believe. And if not, she's always welcome. Like tomorrow, we have, tomorrow, guys, 4 p.m. is a members only stream. So if you're a channel member of any level, be on the lookout tomorrow for the link to the members only stream at 4 p.m. Following the members only stream will be an open panel for anyone else, anybody who'd like to come on. I'm sure there's always plenty of room. And if for some reason we do fill up and there's more people who want to come on, I will cycle people through. So like tomorrow, anybody who does want to come up, we'll have an open panel stream. Probably around 5 p.m. Eastern for the open panel. The members only is at 4 o'clock. Is at 4. Thank you, Orville Nation, and thank you, Maria, for hanging out. We know you have many options for where you choose to hang out on YouTube, and I appreciate that you chose to hang out with us. Deej is saying hi to Bill. Who's Bill? I don't know who Bill is. I must have missed that. Oh, Jedi Bill. Qapla Jedi Bill. Oh, Mamo Pray. Yeah. Mamo Pray. Greg says no depression beard. Greg, if that was a depression beard, then that was a very, very long depression. It was also through some of my happiest times. So I can't say it was a depression beard. Although, I gotta say, I realized it's not hiding the chins anymore. There are no chins left to be hidden. So maybe in a way. Deej says, Berta Prey, you missed 2 patches of hair over your eyes. Oh, am I supposed to shave these off too? See, the funny thing is that I had a unibrow, and most people can tell that. But my DNA sequence says that I don't have a unibrow. They say I'm not prone to having a unibrow. What do they know? Unless the nurse Qapla has been messing with my DNA. It's possible. Kronos is a ZZ Top beard. Project Storytime says Bird used to own a comic book store. I tell you, I've heard, and this more than anything annoys me so much. I have only heard other people, my mom, my sister, my dad when he was alive, my cousins and my aunts and uncles. They all saw me with this epic beard. And I never seen it. And I never will. Because nobody took a picture of it. Mamo Pray thought she did, but this was 2009, and the first iPhone had only come out the year before. and none of us had one. So Mama probably was taking pictures on a phone a flip phone. It was a flip phone, and you had to hit save. And even if she had taken a picture, it would have been barely 320 pixels, but it would have been something. It would have been something. She didn't know she had to hit save. So she thought she was taking pictures. She thought she was taking hundreds of pictures. And there was like 2 pictures from my entire time in the hospital. Yeah. So everybody else knows what I look like with this big red. It was a red beard. I have brown hair, but dark or black hair. But the beard was red. There was brown in the beard too, but it was mostly red. I mean, I remember before my hair went gray, it was all red in the beard after I left the hospital. But over those years, over those first 6 years after leaving the hospital, they turned from red to white. And then even the black started turning white. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. There would be less soot if you got rid of the coal-powered computer. Right. Low specs Linux laptop is in the house. Qapla, low specs Linux laptop. One day I was going to turn my old laptop into a Linux laptop. And then I realized that the laptop was even too old to run 64-bit Linux. It was even too old to run 32-bit Linux. It was just way too old. Chrono says the lesbian Daxes are busy today. Indeed they are. Nicole says badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Keely Chow says, I'm sorry about what happened to you last night, PJ. Yeah, that was a tough one. John DeMarco puts up the link to his latest video. Awesome. Random Menace says, tell mom. Yes, he had swine. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Qapla, Yvette. Chrono says, wow, even Yosef's here. Yeah, we got a good crowd tonight. Deej, Orville Nation, Keely Chow. Chrono says, yay, the NX01. Good trick. I love the NX01. I loved, somebody was saying they didn't like the look of the NX01. I really do. I really love the look of the NX01. I like the look of the NX01 refit too. Don't get me wrong, but the original NX01, really, really nice shit. Keely Chow says, we have our differences and we don't agree with each other all the time, but we are all still friends. Last night was living proof of that. Absolutely. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey. I read that one, but it could have been it could have been better for Mop if Deej was there to be with the mother and grandmother of Mop's grandchild. And Deej again says, not my child, not me. Rock Solid says, the test said you are the father, Deej. No. Kronos is Bird of Prey. You have some major catching up to do. I know. Greg Stasser has got to go. Good luck with your upcoming battle with the eyebrows. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Captain Fandom Nerd says, Orville Nation, the Orville will be delayed. Oh, no. Don't say that, Captain. Don't say that. I can't take it. Nicole says, got a headache, so can't spell right. But when I can, I spell right anyway. But what can I spell right anyway? It's okay, Nicole. I can't spell. Deej is saying hashtag unsub Deej. I'm not unsubbing Deej. Kronos says it's a steak. Where, Kronos? Ooh, steak is starting to sound good. Deej says bumblebees are from this continent. No, bumblebees. Well, who the hell cares about bumblebees? I'm talking about real bees. Chrono says we need more murder wasps. Captain Track says Orville Nation loves Strange New Worlds. Orville says good point. Thank you. I don't know what it was, but glad it was good. Rockstar says Bird of Prey lies. Killer bees were in the WWF in the 1980s. B. Brian Blair and Jumping Jim Bunbruzel. Okay, so when I was a kid, I didn't know any sports. To this day, sports is certainly a low point in my knowledge of things. When I was a kid, though, like my entire class, except me, were big sports fans, especially baseball, basketball, and football. Later on, by college, I did have my time of becoming a big baseball fan, and I could understand it, and I knew maybe half the players of note in the league, and now not anymore. But for a short time, I became a baseball fan, and I got it. I understood. But so we used to play this game where it was just basically like a trivia game where we would test each other to see, who was the best at general knowledge trivia. And so you used to get to pick. You would get to a point where you got to pick what category you wanted. So I would always pick science or something or other. And now that I think about it, I'm guessing we all must have done this because there was no way all of us were experts in every category. But I'm telling you, now I feel bad about doing it. So many of my friends would want me to ask them a sports question, but I didn't know any sports questions. I didn't know the answers. So I was like, I can't do it. And they're like, oh, if you want to play, you got to, okay, fine. I'll ask a sports question. So I was like, okay, who wears number 29 on the New York Mets? And so I would yell out an answer. I was like, yep, you got it. I don't know. He seemed pretty sure of himself, though. So he wasn't going to argue with me. No one else argued about the answer either. So either they really didn't know, or nobody was going to argue with me. So in either case, no harm done. The lesson learned being you should stick up for yourself if you think you know the answer, because I sure as hell didn't. I didn't. Anyway, one time I was doing this and I went to wrestling, which I probably shouldn't have because I didn't know. I knew a little bit about wrestling, but I didn't know all that much. So I said, okay, who won the whatever WrestleMania? I knew they had the competition where two people would fight two people. I forgot what it's called now. So I was like, okay, who won that in 1988 or whatever? And I forget which friend it was. I think it was Charlie, not related to Sissofray's Charlie, but a friend Charlie I had back in elementary school. And I think he said the Texas Tornadoes. And I was like, yep, you got it. I had no idea. And then somebody else says, the what? And I was like, the Texas Tornadoes. They won. They're like, dude, there's nobody by that name. There's no wrestling team with that name. Like, well, I remember them winning. I don't know. And the kid was on to me. He was a smart one. But after I was like, I don't know. He was like, he stopped. He had me dead to rights. He had me dead to rights. If he pushed any further, I would have had to come clean. Years of lying about sports questions I had no business asking. And it was all going to tumble down. But he stopped. He just stopped asking. I think he saw the fear in my face. Like, oh no, this is not. He didn't want to see this tumble down. I believe that was Seth. Seth, I believe, was the one who finally was going to call me out. But I think we had a understanding that he was any question I had to answer for. He was going to win, basically. He was going to win. He wasn't going to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it up, and Seth was going to win anytime I had the power to make it so. And I'm sorry, but listen, kid needs a social life, and I wasn't going to start learning math, sports facts. So, Rock Solid says lies. The Killer Bees were in the WWF in the 1980s. Yeah, that's what reminded me. The Killer Bees. Yeah, the Texas Tornadoes. I don't know. Was there Texas Tornadoes in the WWF in the 80s? I don't think there was. I said there was. Professor Brainy Specs says Qapla, Professor Brainy Specs. Deej says Blue Bees was on Saturday Night Live. Kronos says bees don't sting you if you aren't a jerk with them. Lies. Okay, bees stung me and I was not a jerk with them. So fuck you. Bees sting. That's what they do. That's what they're made to do. Professor Brainy Specs begs to differ. Kronos says, wow, someone really has some bee issues. It's not bee issues, they're truth. Deej says, let's make Bird watch the bee movie. Hashtag bee movie for Bird. Praying mantises are cool, says Kronos. Yeah, they're all alien looking. Study Bird, study. No. Chris Perzers is taken out of school bus. Now that's the bop we all respect. Well, Chris, I was driving a Infiniti GX56, which, for those who don't remember, that was on a full-size pickup truck, the full-size Nissan pickup truck body, but it was an SUV. It was a big, heavy death machine. Okay, when I went to the dealership to look at it, and the guy trying to sell it to me, the person I was with said something about, you'll be safe in this. If you were in an accident, it'd be the other person that would have to worry. And he picked up on it. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, the only people dying in this accident will be on the other car. And I'm like, oh Jesus, don't sell me this like I'm going to kill somebody with it. But I mean, honestly, it was a big, heavy truck. It was, if God forbid I hit somebody at speed, I did. I was afraid people were going to die. Maybe not a full-size school bus, but a small bus. Yeah, I think it would have been very, very dirty. Nicole says a movie invasion of the Bee Girls starring William Smith. I don't know. I did not date a spider, Kronos. Dated a woman, And I just had the power to kill spiders for a few minutes. Chrono says, "You murderer." Chris Berger says, "You killed the spider. Aren't you meant to use it as an ingredient for an earth spider-based gok?" Oh my God. Spider. No, there's no spider gok. Cajones. Cajones. Thank you, Orville Nation. As the Espanol. I had the cojones. El cojones. Maria with tea and telly says, "Well, I understand. Some don't like bees and are allergic, and they don't make the food, but they help the plant survive. So they do play an important role in the ecosystem. But I'm zen, so lol." It's okay, Maria. Yes, they perform a function in the ecosystem. I get that. But they don't perform and yet, okay, it is even a vital thing, but they are not the only things to perform such a function. And if they were removed from the ecosystem, I'm sorry, but the entire ecology of the world would not collapse. Famine would not set in and cause all humans to go extinct. That's just not the way it works. Cornholio says Kronos. Not exactly. Gilly Chow says the multiverse of bees. Kronos says, "What if bees didn't hate bird o' prey?" Well, if they didn't, they wouldn't have stung me several times as I was a child. I wasn't doing anything to them. The Random Menace has never murdered a spider, involuntarily killing. Yes. Well, I can't say the same. I think I have I'm like tuned into spiders. I remember this time I was like, I don't know, 8 or 10 years old. I was at my grandmother's house. I was playing under the porch, as they called it, which was just this kind of extended room they had in the front of their house. And out of nowhere, it just came in my head, there's a spider around. And I started looking, and sure enough, there was a spider, a big, nasty one, crawling over the carpet. But it was running away from me, so I was okay with it. But something triggered it in my brain. Now, you're saying, well, you probably just saw it and didn't realize you saw it, so your brain said, oh, there's a spider. And that's possible, but I'd rather believe that I just sensed it, and then I started looking. Anyway, this house had some scary spiders. It might still do. I don't know. I haven't seen a spider in this house. God help me. God, I am knocking on the wood as I say this, making the sign of the cross. God help me if I do. But when I first moved in this house, oh my God, these scary, big, scary looking spiders all over the place. I was in the bathroom. I was in the shower. I'm looking at the shower spout, and there's this big, nasty spider there. Holy shit. I was like, oh my God. Bedrooms, attics, anywhere you look, corners. I was like, even for years even after moving in, I was like, where the fuck are these things coming from? I mean, I redid the entire fucking house. The entire house was down to its studs. Or not. But it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, I might have been, doesn't matter. But the house was down to its studs. There was no place for the spiders to go. However, if this is ever looked at by the New York City buildings department, then what I've said there was exaggeration. Just because I have an entertainment YouTube channel. I never actually had this house down to its studs, as that would have required me to pull permits and shit. So that this is a lie. I'm actively lying. But this house was down to its studs. There was no place for the spiders to go. And as soon as we repatched and redid the sheetrock and shit, the spiders were back. Where were they? Where did they go? I don't know. Do you know? They came back, and it was years before they went away. They were, oh my God, I can't even tell you the things I found in the walls because it never happened. What do we got? Kronos is sub to Maria. Awesome. Thank you, Kronos. Everyone else can sub to Maria. Sub people. Sub. Just keep sub. The Random Menace says all members only streams are clothing optional. Technically true. Kronos says it's called shrinkage. Chris Perzer says Captain Fandom Nerd, hail Cap, you've rebranded, and I completely understand. I get it. I get it too. I mean, Captain Track was easier to remember, but Captain Fandom Nerd, you just don't want to be called Trek anymore. Orville Nation's laughing. Chrono says, lol, shave the brows. Deej says, hashtag members only streams discriminate against the poor. Deej, I'm sorry. That you can be a Kurogan orphan for just $2.99 a month. Professor Brainy Specs says, Chrono, Star Trek V is so badly misunderstood. Star Trek V, a wonderful track. A wonderful track. John DeMarco supports Epic Beards. I knew you would, John. I knew you would. Nicole says, Hail to the Chin is a book by Bruce Campbell. Uh-oh. It jumped. Okay. Oh no, says Kronos. Berto Prey, you're a soulless ginger. No, I have black hair, so I have a soul. But I'm partially unsouled. Partially unsouled? Does that work? Dave G Sound, Qapla Dave G Sound. Welcome. Dave G Sound says hail. Professor Brainy Specs says Deej is officially official now. Deej, it's officially official now, officially. What's official, Professor? The Real Review 3000, Qapla, Chris. Congrats on 13 years of being more awesome than anyone else. Now not the ego, but anyone else for sure. Qapla, Chris, the ego. I don't know that makes me more awesome, the fact that I can't walk, but I was always more awesome than most people. Not just, I'm sorry. But if the buildings department is watching, that's true. I've always been more awesome.
Oh, yeah.
LWM, perhaps Life with Matthew, donated $1.49 and got kissing Dax. Awesome. Again, we've been very fortunate with the kissing Dax. And says Jeff 89067-F activate. I don't know. Is that needed to activate Professor Brainy Specs? Dave G says Qapla, Berto Prey 5 and Karoga. Thank you, Dave G. Thank you. Aren't bumblebees bees? Kronos, bumblebees are bees. Bumblebees. John Meyer says Optimus Prime cares about Bumblebee. That's true. Bumblebee was a pretty cool Autobot. Yellow. What's that? Volkswagen Bug. Bumblebee. Maria Tiantele says, haha, won't need to, do Orville delay. I don't think Orville is going to be delayed at this point. If it was going to be delayed, they would have delayed it by now. Nicole says, do bumblebees have bubble butts? I wouldn't know. Professor Brainy Specs says Deej only in Deej's altered reality. Chronos says yay to DS9. Chronos says Vertebrae, you were apparently being a jerk to some beasts. I wasn't. Dave G says Seth, just Seth, did the Brotherhood of Nod team up with Karoga? Oh, no, not that Seth. Kerry Von Eyck was the Texas Tornado in the WWF in the 80s. So there was a Texas Tornado. Maybe they weren't a two-man team, or maybe they just never won the thing. Rowdy Piper. I remember Rowdy Piper. Of course, Roddy Piper. D just saying Macho Man. Randy Savage. I used to get confused the Macho Man with the Ultimate Warrior. For some reason, they shared the same memory cell in the brain. Nicole says 18-wheeler can wipe out a fleet of cars. Yeah. Could. Mike Richards is bird of prey, insect, psychic. Except that technically spiders aren't insects. They're arachnids. You headed out, Mama Prey? No, when you come back in, I guess we could do a little tale. Okay. Kronos is lolling. Deed says bird of prey, the average human swallows 7 spiders in their sleep. That's a lie. That is a dirty lie. Over the course of a lifetime, says Deed. Nicole says interdimensional spiders. Miranda Menace says spiders or camping in the garden, following your progress. Kronos says, well, sometimes it's cold out there. It's the bitsy spider. Son of a bitch. Let me tell you. I was tricked into watching the movie. What was it called? Arachnid? Or the fucking spider movie. They tried to advertise that shit as a comedy. They tried to advertise a horror movie as a comedy, and they got me. Those bastards, they got me. Oh my God, that was one of the worst. And let me tell you, that Orville episode with the spiders, fuck them. I skip that episode every fucking time. Okay? I skip that episode every effing time. There could be one less Orville episode out there, and I'd be happier. I'd be happier if they didn't have that episode. Robert Rose Jr. says hello today, Birdo Pray 5, Mamo Pray, and the Sassy. Thank you, Robert Rose Jr. Mamo Pray will be in shortly. Arachnophobia is the movie. Yes, Arachnophobia. Thank you, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. Qapla. That is the movie. Okay. Amber Alert issued. A woman in a 2010 black Ford Fusion. Have you seen Lincoln Walker? I have not. And unfortunately, I'm not likely to see him anytime soon. I also found out that LDG was not the LDG who donated the money. But that's fine. Kronos is every effing time. Robert Rose is but getting bit by the spider gives you superpowers. No, it doesn't. Not like neither would getting stung by a bee. Executive producer Stahl Leibowitz says, retracted. Professor Brainy Spag says a spidey sense was tingling. Yes, my spidey sense was tingling. Chris Berger says, not often we hear Bird of Prey drop an F-bomb. Nice to hear him cut loose, even if arachnophobia wasn't a comedy. Those bastards. Those dirty bastards. 1 second, guys. Okay, Mama Frey will be here shortly. We'll go back to it. We'll go. You'll see I fixed it. I fixed the coloring. Now it's red. Now it's really red. None of that purple pink stuff. It's still purple pink for Mama Frey, but for me, it's now real red. So if I ever have to cut away, it's not, so it's more with my, I was going to say my red Klingon heart, but my red human heart, or maybe the Klingon heart is red. Yes, Mama Frey, the camera's off, and thank you.
Yo.
47 Yorktown says Bird's ultimate nightmare, the spider bee. Oh yes, it would be. Chernobyl spiders are the worst, says Kronos. And executive producer Salt Leroy says Bird of Prey. I forgot to say that when I originally posted. Qapla, Bird of Prey. Oh, no problem. Qapla. Jedi Bill, if you keep that up, you're gonna lose a wrench and possibly more.
Keep what up?
Posting spiders.
Oh, I see that. Okay. Hi guys, I'm back. I've got a couple of things to say, as usual. First, I want to thank everybody for the Mother's Day wishes, and yes, I did have a good Mother's Day weekend, but we'll get to that because I have to say this first. 13 years. I never thought that Bird would be still in the condition he's in. I actually, left the hospital thinking, well, going into the hospital, they kept telling us 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Even when he was in a coma, those months, oh, he'll be out. You'll be out of here in 2 weeks. But I don't want to relive that. I really don't. But I have to mention it because every year on May 9th, I get almost in a daze. But I can't dwell on that. I dwell on he's still here. When the doctor in charge, the ICU director, said to me, well, he didn't call me Mama Pray. He said, Mrs. D, I have to apologize. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And I looked at him and I said, no, doctor, everything did not go wrong. My son is still alive. And you know what? 13 years later, my son is here. And he's doing well. Not well at everything. No, he's not walking yet, but he's here. And he's trying. And he's not giving up, and I'm certainly not giving up. Yeah, I am getting older, and the past 2 years and a few months, with the condition of the whole world, has left us more alone than the years prior. I did have help. I mean, the first couple of years he came home, Camille came 7 days a week. She'd spend an hour and a half, 2 hours here, but she helped me a lot. And he was a lot heavy. Well, no, when he first came home, he was exactly the same weight he is now. But his movement wasn't what it is now. But anyway, moving right along, we made it through those years, and we've made it through the virus years. And yeah, we are still, every time we feel safe to maybe have somebody come in, the numbers of the virus starts going up again. And I say, you know what? We really don't need anybody. I can handle it. Yeah, I'm getting slower. I'm getting older. But together we can do it. And though you guys are not here physically, the moral support I get from you, just listening to Bird's half of the streams, or listening to some streams when he has the earbuds out, and just the hello mamo praise, happy Mother's Day, happy birthday. You guys really mean a lot. You have no idea how much. So I thank you. Next, I'm moving on to the story of this weekend. I mean, gosh. Yeah, ask any grandmother about their grandchildren, and you wish you were somewhere else. So I'm not going to go on forever about Charlie, but Charlie is the light of my life. And he comes here, he's getting to the age that he was always active. He was active before he was born. That's what they told Diana. And yeah, he's still active. It's hard to keep him still. I mean, he will sit and let you read him a book. Sometimes he tries to read you a book. And things like that. He'll sit and play with a toy. But once Sassy comes in the picture, oh my goodness. They run and run. And the other evening, and Charlie knows what he wants. He doesn't talk a lot. But anything he likes, he knows how to say. Cake, cookie, ice cream. Oh yes, that's all in his vocabulary. And he'll go to the refrigerator and try to open the door. So I'll open the door for him, and I keep sippy cups of apple juice. Well, I buy them in whatever they come in, a pack of 8 or whatever. The other day, took the whole pack of 8. He's also very strong. And carried it in the bedroom to his mother. He'll take out whatever he wants, and he knows what he wants. But anyway, so he had ice cream. He had an ice cream cone. And it was completely my fault. I should have put Sassy behind the fence where we keep out when doctors or other medical professionals come. And I just wasn't thinking quick enough. So here's Charlie running in a circle around a wall. I don't know how else to say it. And Sassy running after him. And they're getting faster and faster. And Charlie licks the ice cream, then puts it down, like where Sassy's mouth would be, but he's running in front of her. It got out of hand. I was afraid Sassy was going to go for the ice cream and accidentally get Charlie's hand. So I grabbed Sassy to stop her. And in that second, Charlie slipped on the kitchen floor, face right on the tile, hard ceramic tile floor, and his head went into the wall. Oh my goodness. You ever see a baby scream and no sound come out? I'm a nervous wreck to begin with, and this just broke my heart. I picked him up, then Diana came running out. She took him. I got a nice cold washcloth to put on the side of his face, but he didn't want any part of that. And I just felt terrible. His face was red, and you could see it was swelling, and I really thought this was going to be his first black eye. But whether his eye turned, I mean, it swelled a little, but it didn't seem to be any permanent damage or terrible damage, just a bad bump. And within 10 minutes, he was back out playing. Do you know the first thing he did? He walked right over to where he slipped, looked down, and he's looking around for the rest of the ice cream that he had dropped when he had fallen.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He wanted saying, ice cream, ice cream. Of course, Sassy at that point had already grabbed it, licked it up while we were still picking Charlie up.
Speaking of Sassy, she's eating something right now that certainly sounds like something she's not supposed to have.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, boy. Anyway, it's a pleasure having them here, but there are times between Sassy and Charlie, Mama Pray would like to go in a corner and cry. But I have to be the adult, so I think I need to learn to be able to put the dog away, and knowing Sassy is a dog, but it's hard. Anyway, that's other than that 10 minutes of Charlie getting hurt, we had a great weekend. And just by them being here, that was it. And now that I finished with those tales, I've got to go see what Sassy's eating.
I better check it out.
Yes, bye, guys.
Pray.
You're welcome. You see, they won't ask me for another tale when I start talking about grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
At least I don't bring out pictures, you know. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Mama Pray. What a Sassy had. Oh, Sassy ate Charlie's plastic keys on a ring. I gotta order another set of keys from Amazon.
Here is destroying for.
Oh, right. I did have Sassy. Sassy's got her own toy. That Charlie went and took. As soon as Charlie came, he did take Sassy's toy.
Yes.
And don't worry, executive producer Saul Leibowitz, Charlie is very thin. It's hard to get him to eat a lot of food. He's not. Yeah, I'll be honest. We know ice cream and cake is not the best for him. Yeah, he eats other food, but I mean, Charlie is a very lean baby.
I made 3 scrambled eggs.
Oh yeah, 3 scrambled eggs, Mama Pray.
I thought
1 for Diana.
I thought Diana and Charlie were going to share it, and what was left I was going to give Sassy.
But nope.
Nope.
Charlie ate all the eggs.
Charlie ate 3 scrambled eggs with cheese. And pasta. Don't you bark at me.
Sassy, don't bark at Mama Pray.
Oh.
Professor Brainy Speck says, thanks, Mama Pray. Dave G. Sounds says, Mama Pray, great story again. Chris Perzer says, bye, Mama Pray, and thank you. Everybody was saying, thank you, Mama Pray.
Mike Richards there?
Is Mike Richards still in the house? He was earlier. Let's see. Yeah, it says he is.
Well,
Mama Pray wanted to say something. Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey, greetings, birds. Charlie's fans and Mama Pray fans. Kronos wants scrambled eggs.
Well, anybody wants scrambled eggs, they can come knock on the door.
Mama Pray's famous scrambled egg recipe.
Right.
Wesley's coming. He wants the scrambled eggs.
Tell Wesley April passed.
And now Mike Richards wants scrambled eggs too.
Okay. Well, I served them, but I only served them here. So whoever wants to show up at the door.
Wesley wants with extra cheese.
Tell Wesley he's late.
Mama Pray says you're late, Wes. Chris Burns says it could have been worse, Mama Pray. I was a climber at 2. Managed to climb over the handrail on the upstairs balcony before releasing. I was up high.
Oh my goodness.
And Mike Richards is here.
Tell him.
Well, you're telling him. I mean, obviously. The microphone's right here.
Yes. Bird shared
the email
with me. And just hang in there. I do have a couple of suggestions that Bird will.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
But I can relate to so much. And yeah, my heart goes out to you. Stay strong.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jedi Bill says, okay, geez, having some fun and enjoying bed life with Wordle Pray and Mama Pray. Life is so fleeting. We must learn to enjoy the little things in life. Everyone here are such wonderful and amazing. Well, you're not going to find an argument from me. Everyone here is wonderful and amazing. Just for today. Wesley Crutcher's Bird of Prey. Not only am I late, I'm also in the wrong time zone. Deej says, can't afford to make me scrambled eggs. I eat a dozen at a time. Well, Deej, I'll tell you, we ordered. And you say you're not the father. Yet Charlie's eating 3-4 eggs at a time. Well, Deej, I know for a fact that our delivery today was 3 dozen jumbo eggs. And that's for me. And that's for us, the people. In addition, an extra 18 large eggs for Sassy. Those are just Sassy's eggs. 3 dozen jumbo. And Mama Pray doesn't eat eggs. 3 dozen jumbo and 18 large.
Don't. Sister Pray will be here next weekend.
Right. That's just pretty much for me and Sassy. So that's how we buy eggs. That's why there's an egg shortage. It's because they're all coming to Kuroga. Cinnabon Bunny says, hey nerds, Qapla. Cinnabon Bunny. Mike Richards says, love you, Mama Pray. Thank you, Mike. Wesley says, who wants to make a trip with me to see Mama Pray sightseeing in New York? You can pick people up along the way, Wes. Kronos likes the jumbo egg. Mama Pray likes them because she loves to get the double yolkers. She doesn't eat them, mind you. She likes to find double yolkers and then feed them to me.
I don't feed you, you feed yourself.
Well, whatever. You cook them for me and then tell me, it's a double yolker. And she's happy when I take the double yolker as a sunny side up. And if I do it as a scrambled egg, it's like it's a waste. It's a waste.
No,
Mamo Prey likes eggs, Chrono. She just can't eat eggs.
I can eat like
You can eat like what, scrambled?
a scrambled, like a Western
A
omelet.
Western omelet or something.
Once in a while.
Once in a while, she'll get like a Western omelet.
Really?
It has to be really well done. Yeah, she can't eat anything. She doesn't like loose eggs. She's really, and she doesn't eat chicken. So, yeah. Random Menace says the eggs make dogs fart toxic gases. Sassy must be a living chemical weapon. She really isn't. She doesn't. She smells,
That much.
but she smells because she just smells like a dog. Oh, her breath. Sassy has terrible dog breath.
Those dents.
And they give her the things for dog breath doesn't make a difference. She hides them. Dave G says some birds lay eggs, not this one. Not this one. I should try ostrich eggs, pop culture curator. What you just need is a single ostrich egg a day. Wesley says, Joseph, meet me in New York. We can visit Bird and go sightseeing. Joseph, just grab grab a flight back on Air Force 1 or 2, whatever the first lady is on, and just come back with her. Dave G. Sound says Owan eggs. Worf says they're delicious. Yeah, but no one else, particularly no one from Earth, seemed to think they were delicious. Kronos is a scramble person. I go back and forth between scrambled and sunny side up. I could also do over easy. I could do I could do any type of egg. I could do like an Easter hard boiled. It's a fake. John Araki with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. You were here earlier. You saw the kissing Daxes. John Araki says the dog smells are greater than the orphan smells. That's probably true. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out some Dear Bach, because it's starting to get late and physical therapy and all at some point. So let's check Dear Bop. Not a ton of Dear Bops, but there's some. No. Chrono says it's steak with eggs. I love steak and eggs, but usually the steak is so terrible, or it's like $50. Poplar is greater than eggs, says John Araki. Random Minute says, nice. Bird knows Jill was here. It's on the news. It's on the local news. She was hugging your country's president or something. I'm guessing they're both positive now. Space Kissing her says, stop doing eggs like Deegan from Upcountry. If you being like Rocky Balboa, just drinking raw egg right in his morning whatever. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, one of these days I will trick someone into going to New York with me. I mean, no, you don't have to trick people. Somebody will want to come to New York with you. Kronos says, I've never had steak with eggs before. You should, Kronos. You should. I think the only egg I didn't like was deviled eggs. That was the only egg I really didn't like. I also never tried a pickled egg. At this point, I doubt I ever will. John Araki says, Asian Muslim physical therapists from the USSRs are the best choice. Well, if I had one, try. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. I've been through physical therapy 4 times. Keep it up. Thank you, Mike. I will. I will. John Araki says fried egg on a burger. Love fried egg on a burger. Okay. Dear Bot, please help get this traction. Wanted, eager and willing slave. I mean employees. Sought for Ego's dungeon. Bagel shop is in need of staff. We have 4 openings, but could use up to 8 captives. Applicants. Please inquire with Chris Knight on Twitter at Chris Knight 5150, or better yet, the Dungeon Master. General Manager Ego at the Ego 5150. Must be willing to work 23 hours, 7 days a week, with a 1-hour breaks for whatever you'd like to do. Swim in our house Olympic swimming pool, work out and sweat your stress away in our great weight and exercise room, or if you are so inclined, you could sleep in your own private corner of one of our escape-proof cells. Actually, call them private suites, please. You can sleep in one of our private suites. The possibilities for promotion are nil, but the work enslaving torture is worth everything, so I'm told. Please inquire today. Hey guys, if you've aged out of the mines and you need to put all that work experience to work somewhere, you should call the Ego at the Ego 5150. I assume on Twitter. Yes, Mamo Pray.
That's only 23 hours a day?
Only 23 hours a day. You got a whole full hour off.
Wow, that's an hour more than I get now.
Yeah, Mamo Pray is ready to take that.
Nah, I can't.
Oh.
But it's a good deal.
Chrono says he knows he's depraved and deprived. It's starting to sound like Officer Krupke. Dear Bop, it's always LDG's fault. Need proof? Ask Mr. Lundell, Darren Wagner, Tim Christ, Deej, Chris Knight, and especially Mamo Pray. And by the way, Amber's grumpy was Deej. He ratted himself out in the backstage. Wow. Gary Katzer, aka Rock Solid, with Texas Tornadoes, says there was a wrestler named Kerry Von Erich, and he was called the Texas Tornado. So while not a tag team, there was a Texas Tornado. That was it, tag teams. I fucked up. And they almost called me out on it, but they didn't. I don't know why. Pop Culture Curator says pickled eggs are delicious. Kronos never had a pickled egg. John Araki says Mamo Pray for president. Words and pictures are laughing with Mamo Pray. And Kronos says he'd vote for you, Mamo Pray. Kronos would vote for you. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the news. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I really don't care about this. This one was interesting. 3 American tourists found dead at Bahamas resort identified. We'll open that. Pelosi says Supreme Court slapped women in the face with draft opinion. No, they did not. They did not. They keep wanting to put this as a men versus women argument, and they forget that half the people who are on the other side are women. They are women. There is no giant divide. There's no giant divide that 66% of men and only 33% of women are in favor of abortion or something. It doesn't work like that. They're damn near 50-50. Will Wheaton can't spill much about Star Trek Picard Season 3, but what he does say should excite fans of Next Generation. Right. Now I'm supposed to believe anything Will Wheaton has to say? Star Trek, watch John Delancey say a heartfelt goodbye to Q. I don't believe it's a goodbye. The Lost City gets premiered date at Paramount. What's the Lost City? China is on the hunt for Earth 2.0 with proposed space telescope. Oh, they're doing the Strange New Worlds thing. They're going to just look for a new planet. Good, because then China will fly off Earth and start their own planet. Ingenuity Mars helicopter faces new challenges after losing contact with Perseverance. In other words, it crashed. U.S. man shot dead in Orlando. Oh no, is LDG okay? Identified as former NBA player. Oh, I guess we're okay. Very sad for this man's family, but it's not LDG. Trump attacks weak Mark Esper after missiles into Mexico memoir claim. He does seem weak. I think sending missiles into Mexico was a great idea. Not into Mexico people, at the cartels. It makes me want to vote for the guy all over again. Wisconsin anti-abortion office fire investigation ongoing. President Biden strongly condemns Molotov cocktail attack on Wisconsin anti-abortion group. Yeah, I would too. I condemn anybody's attacks for a matter of debate. Lina Hidalgo could be Democrats' future in Texas. She also has to make it through midterms first. Well, we all knew they were coming for Texas. Oh, did not mean to click that. Go away. Patron, the bomb-sniffing dog, gets a medal. Aww. Ukrainian mine-sniffing dog gets a medal from Zelensky. And now his life is in danger. Speakeasies are hot, but jaded New Yorkers say they aren't the real thing. Well, because there is no reason for a speakeasy. SP 500 ends below 4,000 for first time since March 2021. That's too bad. AMC earnings Q1. Revenue beats estimates. Nowhere to hide in markets with stocks, bonds, cryptos getting crushed. Son of a bitch. Wall Street losses worsen as markets tumble worldwide. This is it. Wordle 324. May 9 hints. Struggling with today's Wordles? These clues may help with answer. The New York Times drops fetus as Wordle solution to keep the game distinct from news. And in the process, fucked everything up. New Apple leak doubles down on iPhone 14 design shock. The iPhone 14 Pro leaker just tipped full specs and a price hike. Okay. what's the look of the? Oh my God. Okay, whatever. 3 Americans found dead. A 4th victim, a wife of the deceased, was airlifted to the hospital in serious condition. A Tennessee couple and a Florida man were identified Monday as 3 Americans who died at a Bahamas resort last week after authorities said they fell ill. Police officials at the island nation named the deceased couple as Michael Phillips, 68, his wife, Robbie, 65, both travel agents. The identity of the 3rd fatality, Vincent Paul Corolla, 64, had been confirmed by his family, previously confirmed. They were all guests of the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort in Great Azuma. I've never been there. I was on Nassau and Paradise Island, but never Great Azuma. But man, I tell you, the Bahamas, the most beautiful beaches. The most beautiful beaches. The deaths have cast a cloud over the resort hotel, billed as an adult-only enclave with 11 restaurants and a golf course, overlooking a secluded stretch of beach that beckons tourists with its turquoise waters and white sand. No signs of foul play is suspected at this time. Yeah, of course. Well, they were quite old, but who the hell knows? Both individuals showed signs of convulsion. Yeah, there was probably something in the drinks.
Poison? I mean,
Probably somebody filled it with like what's that stuff that keeps the pipes from freezing?
no.
Not Drano, antifreeze. Yeah, probably antifreeze in the drinks. I don't know. It's sad. Wesley says, Bird afraid I could use that job. How much does it pay? To what, Wes? Travel to the Sandals?
No, 23 hours a day.
Oh, the 23 hours a day job? It's pretty it doesn't pay all that much. They're looking for entry level.
Intern.
Wes is watching at 2x speed to catch up. Yeah, antifreeze. That's it. Will Wheaton can't spill much because he probably doesn't know. Star Trek Picard season 2 concluded recently, and with the season finale up for Paramount Plus to binge, subscribers to binge, the wait is on for season 3. Fans are really excited for what's next, especially when the news about cast members of the Next Generation will reprise their roles for the upcoming adventure. Will Wheaton recently spoke to Cinema Blend about the upcoming season, and while he couldn't say much, what he shared should be thrilling to fans. Will Wheaton, who recently reprised his role as Wesley Crusher in Star Trek Picard Season 2 finale, leaked to Cinema Blend about his return that seemingly sets up Wesley to appear in Season 3. I asked Wheaton if he could confirm this involvement in the new season, and if he could at least share which performance from his returning co-stars is he most excited about. Wheaton wasted no time in telling he can't answer that question specifically because he's not in it. But he did offer his own seal of approval on what's ahead based on what he's heard. One thing I can't answer that, because if I do, I'm going to give away inadvertently some of the story direction. What I can tell you obliquely and unsatisfyingly is I've heard some amazing conversations with my classmates who are my family, and I cannot overstate how incredibly satisfying season 3 of Picard is going to be for everyone who loves the next generation. Oh my God, if you couldn't get more slimy way of saying, I don't know what's going on, and just keep watching me. There's not a lot to go on based on the statement, but if you know Will Wheaton and his love for Star Trek, The Next Generation, it's very exciting. How is that exciting? This is literally the definition of not exciting. They couldn't have been more obvious that there's nothing exciting to say. As for whether or not Will Wheaton will return for Picard Season 3, we can only speculate. Yeah, and I speculate he's not. I don't even think they wanted him for Season 2. They just had to throw him a bone. Anyway, that's the bone. That's all he's getting. Star Trek Picard Seasons 1 and 2 are now available to stream on Paramount Plus. Rewatch both and get back to track because there are plenty of upcoming shows to look forward to in 2022 and beyond. Sure there is. Sure there is. Okay, well, with that, guys, I think we've about made it through to the end of the show for today. Check the chat one more time. The Random Menace says, I was called a troll on Twitter because I compared Wheaton's acting to having root canal while undergoing a colonoscopy. I could totally understand that, Random Menace. I wouldn't have called you a troll. Wesley Crusher says, I would punch him a lot and then take his spot. You know what, Wes? I believe you would. I do believe you would. Professor Brainy Sex says, Bird of Prey, Wheaton's acting in that last episode was atrocious. I don't think he was acting. I think he really thinks he's a traveler. He really thinks he's a traveler. Words and
I've been
pictures.
monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command, Captain.
Words and Pictures donated 13 pounds sterling and says, have a few eggs on me. Thank you so much, Words and Pictures. I appreciate that. I have some nice and runny sunny side eggs with a piece of swirl toast. Swirl toast is part rye and part pumpernickel, by the way. That's the bread I like toasted with my eggs. Wesley says, oh wow, speed is back to normal. Must make Bird talk fast again. Corona says, that's a lot of eggs. Oh wait, inflation. Yeah. Random Man says, I was called a troll, Kronos, but also some positive reaction. Hail Karoga, Carlo. Hail Karoga. Oh, Carlo. Well, Carlo, since you're here, we're going to do this one more time, Carlo. Because last time, I believe you missed it. I believe you missed it, Carlo. Let me get this set up. Okay. For Carlo. Bed life. It's a stream by Birdo Prey. Get a bunch of subs in April. Lose them in May. But those numbers, they're gonna zoom when I'm on Doomcock's channel in June. I say, bed life, bed life. And as stupid as it may seem, some people get their fix downvoting the stream. But I won't let it make me frown, 'cause this crazy old bird keeps speaking sound. I've been a bully, a brawler, a bearer, a bum, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I used to see things. But now I find myself stuck in my bed, so I just hit the remote and raise up my head. Bed life, bed life. I tell ya, I won't deny it. I've thought of leaving YouTube, but my Karogans say don't even try it. Someone's got to counter those salty tracker lies and Turdistanny turds and fake often cries. I've been a bully, a brawler, a bearer, a bum, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I used to see things. But now I find myself just stuck in my bed, so I hit the remote to raise up my head. Bed life, bed life, bed life. I've thought of leaving YouTube, but Karogans say don't even try it. But if there's no play button come next July, there's gonna be a lot of itchy soot in my eye. Sigh, sigh. Resolute Germ with his 11-month super chat as a Krogan orphan says, good singing bird. Thank you, Resolute. Keely Chow, thanks for a great stream. Wesley Crusher with a $5 super chat says, stop singing, ears bleeding. Arg. Oh, Wes. Yeah. Greatly hurt me today. Kronos says, bird sounds good today. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far, Kronos. Carlo Albanese is singing along. He's singing along. Thank you, Carlo Albanese. Wesley says, where's that mute button? Something's got to give, says Kronos. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I used to know that. Bravo, says Kronos. Yes, I'll go with Bravo. Thank you, Kronos. Carlo Albanese says, excellent. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's donated, who's been a member. Thank you, everybody who said hi to Mom Will Pray. We love you. And tomorrow, please, if you're a channel member, be ready. There'll be not a test. There'll be a link put in the community section. If you don't get an email notice, please just go to the community section of of my channel, and there will be a link in there for channel members by 4 p.m. To come to the member-only stream. And after that stream ends, which will be as early as 4:30, depending on how long it takes for everybody to go through. If it's not 4:30, it'll be 5 o'clock. After that ends, we will have a live stream for everybody who wishes to participate. So please remember to come back tomorrow. We'll have an open panel. So if you ever want to be on a future panel, this is come on an open panel. And, as long as you prove to me everything works, you generally can get cleared to be on any future show I do. Okay, guys, Qapla all. Bird out. And yeah, it was a pretty good stream today. Thank you, Random Menace. I have to explain to my doctors now why I'm not going to take a certain medication. Because I feel good. Oh well. One problem at a time.